Hey guys, what's up? I'm Jody with Board Game Perspective. So Renegade Game Studios sent us this game, and it is Lanterns Dice, and it's designed by Chris Bryan, plays 2 to 4 players in around, it says 30 to 45 minutes. So in this game, you're going to be rolling dice in this dice tray that comes with it, and you're going to be filling in your score sheet, which is the Palace Lake of the Emperor, and you're going to be floating lanterns and lighting up fireworks and a bunch of fun things. So let's see how this game is played. Alright, so first let's go over the score sheet here. So this section in here is the lake, and it's made up of square pools all throughout the sheet, and each square is divided into 2 triangular lantern areas. And then this section is where you're going to be taking your turns. You'll have turn bonuses, and it's split up according to your player count. So if you're playing 2 to 4 players, you're going to always use this column. And then if you are playing with 3 players, you'll use this column, then go here. And then if you're playing with 2 players, you'll use this column, and then use this as well. And down here is where you're going to be tallying up your final score. And this section here is the gifts, so each player starts with 1 gift. If you get a gift, you're going to be filling in these circles, and if you use one, you're going to cross one out. So for setup, each player is just going to grab a sheet here and a pen, and then you have this dice tray with the dice. You're going to set out these Emperor cards, 1, 2, and 3. They recommend for your first game to play with the size A. And each player gets a player aid. And then there's a bunch of different fireworks tiles that you're going to be choosing. And to start, they recommend choosing these bottom 4 shapes here. So with the 4 shapes you have chosen to play with, you're going to place them in descending order. So the top is going to be the highest number and go down. So 6, 5, 5, 4, etc. And you're going to do that for each stack. So players are going to be taking turns, and there's multiple steps for each turn. So on your turn, first you're going to grab the dice and you're going to roll, and then you're going to choose which one you would like. The active player is. So let's say we want to choose green. So you're going to face green towards you, and then every other player gets to choose what color is facing them. So green's facing us, and then say we had a player over here, and so they would get this color, and then if we had someone on your right, then they would get blue, and so on. So with the color that everybody got, they're going to fill in a corresponding triangle on their score sheet. So we got green, so let's say let's just go here. So you're going to fill in one of your green triangles like that. So shading the area matching the die is something everybody does. Now the next step is just for the active player, which is the turn bonus. So we did the green triangle, so now we have this triangle here which shows a blue triangle, and this is our first turn bonus. So we, as the active player, can now fill in a blue triangle. So let's say I want to fill in this blue triangle right here. And I shade that in, and then I'm going to cross this out. That shows that was my first turn. Next is performing 1 Emperor action, and this is something that all players can do. So these are the Emperor cards down here, and this shows how many gifts you have to spend in order to take the action. So for instance, this first one here says shade 1 additional area matching your die. Now technically we could get that because we have 1 gift here. So let's go ahead and do that. So the die we just had was a green die. So I'm going to spend 1 gift here and take this action of shading another green triangle. So I'm going to go ahead and shade this green triangle right here and fill it in. And you can only do 1 Emperor card per turn. The last step you can do on your turn is launching a fireworks tile. So in order to do this, you have to fill in pools that match the shape of the tile. So for instance here, we could take this top fireworks tile and place it on top of there because we have each pool filled in completely and it matches this shape. And you can do one of these tiles per turn. Alright, so let's go in a little more detail about some of these shading bonuses you'll have because there's these different symbols out on the score sheet here. So we have pavilions, which are these circle things, and platforms, and some boats. So let's start with pavilions. So anytime you shade in a triangle that's touching a pavilion, you are going to get a gift. So let's say we had gotten an orange, or I guess yellow, it's kind of in between, dye. We're going to fill that in like that, and that's touching a pavilion. So then we're going to fill in another gift right down here. Now let's take a look at the platforms. So whenever the entire pool of the platform has been filled in, then you get a bonus. So that had already been filled in there. So let's say we just filled this in on our turn. So that fills in the entire platform pool. So now you can fill in one triangle on an adjacent pool. So this pool here, this pool, this pool, or this pool. So you can pick one triangle or shade one area. So let's say I want to pick this one right here. So I shade in this right here. And because I just shaded that in next to pavilion, I would get another gift. The last feature is the boat. Now this is really only relevant for final scoring. So at the end of the game, if you have an empty pool with a boat, but each of the pools adjacent to it have been filled in, then you'll get 4 points. So the goal would be to not fill it in, but you can fill in the pool with the boat if you want. You just won't get points for that at the end of the game. So players are just going to keep taking turns back and forth until all players have filled in their last turn bonus. So this is a 2 to 4 player game. So the last player here has filled in the 6th turn bonus. So that triggers the end of the game. And then at this point, each player has one more chance to launch one fireworks display on their sheet if they can. So then you're going to do final scoring, and you're going to tally up your points at the bottom of the sheet here. So first is tallying up all of the fireworks displays. So this example, I have 14. And then next is you're going to tally up your second largest group of completed pools. So I've got 2 main pools here that are all connected, this one and this one over here, because as you remember, you can only put fireworks displays on completed pools. So wherever these are, then there's completed pools underneath. So a completed pool is just basically everything that's adjacent to each other, a contiguous group. So for this pool, large group here, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I got 10 there, and then this one over here has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is the second largest, so that would be 8 points that I would put here. And then you're going to tally up any lakes, or I'm sorry, boats that you have that are unshaded but are completely filled in adjacently that are shaded here. So this is the only example we have. So this would give me 4 points right there, and then you're going to tally them up. And then after everyone tallies up their points, whoever has the most points is the winner. And there you have it. That's Lantern's Dice. So go ahead and leave some comments down below and let us know what you think about this game and if you have any questions. And of course, if you want to help us out, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and like this video, and don't forget to tell the world about us. And thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.